breaking news from Fox 59 News.
Fox 59 is your official home of IndyCar and the Indy 500. We are less than 2 minutes away from a huge announcement from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Good morning to you. I'm Daniel Miller.
And I'm Angela Gannett. We know at 11 a.m. that is when Penske Entertainment is set to share this significant event. That's how it's being dubbed. On the 109th running of the Indy 500. Giving that live look at the room where that announcement is going to take place in a mere moment. We expect to hear from Doug Boles, the president of IndyCar and IMS, and then we're going to hear also from Mark Miles, the president and the CEO of Penske Entertainment.
And as you know, we've heard for months that ticket sales are close to selling out. And if that happens, IMS officials would consider lifting the blackout that airs the race on delay in Indianapolis. The blackout has only been lifted in the past for the 100th running and for recent races impacted by the coronavirus as well as the weather.
And as someone who grew up here, this is so exciting if this is in fact what's going to happen. We asked Fox 59 driver analyst and IndyCar team owner Ed Carpenter what it would mean if the race aired live in Indianapolis as it was happening right here on Fox 59. Here's what he had to say.
As they delay it so I can rewatch it when I get home, that's cool, but I guess it's recorded anyway. But no, I think it'll be awesome if it's live. You know, I think yesterday or last year it was totally different circumstances with the delays and everything, and it went live. And I think it didn't impact the crowd. So, you know, hopefully we can do both and have it be a win-win for everybody.
That's Ed Carpenter there talking about if that race is not blocked out. And again, we are watching the room where this is expected to be announced any minute now. Again, you got a number of officials there from Penske Entertainment as well as IMS President Doug Boles.
Well, Doug Boles is sitting down. Mark Miles just sat down. And we are prodding up the mics to see if they started talking. Let's go to them now.
And we'll get started here. First of all, thank you for being here on a beautiful Fast Friday here in Indianapolis as we get ready for Armed Forces qualifying weekend. We wanted to have this announcement today because the next couple of days I think are going to be pretty exciting. After having an opportunity to talk to a lot of the drivers and about how qualifying is going to play out, weather obviously is going to play into the fact we've got a lot of wind coming up, the temperatures are going to get cooler tomorrow and Sunday, but I've had some really interesting conversations with drivers about how, of all places where the hybrid is going to make a huge difference, it's going to be in Indianapolis. And I asked why, and they say, well, you know, you think about Indianapolis, how trimmed out we are, especially in qualifying, how there's very, very little drag on the race cars. We're trying to make them go as fast as they can, and when you've got little drag on the, less drag on the race cars, any little incremental difference in horsepower makes a difference. So we're going to see some exciting racing, and the strategies that I've heard from drivers in terms of talking about how to deploy the hybrid vary wildly. So it's going to be fascinating to watch how this goes, but they all will tell you that that little incremental piece makes a huge difference. So we want to be really paying attention to that on Saturday and Sunday. So we decided this morning that it was important that we gather everybody together. I've talked to the team here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the IndyCar Series, talked to the team managers. We just sent a note to the drivers. We are really excited to say that sometime between now and the next handful of hours, the Indianapolis 500 for the 109th running presented by Gainbridge will have a grandstand sellout. We are we're under 4 digits in terms of tickets remaining, so we wanted to get this announcement out now so that those fans that were thinking about coming, they've got a few hours to get that done. So I certainly think before we get to the end of practice on Monday, it will definitely be done. So we wanted to make sure that we told folks this will be an Indianapolis 500 sellout, which we're excited about. The next question we always get, Mark and I always hear, is what are you doing about the local delay? We will lift the local delay in the Indianapolis market so those folks here in Indianapolis can watch the Indianapolis 500 live in prime time, live when it's run, and then in prime time it will run again. We also know that the Pacers are playing in town that evening, but for a lot of our fans who are here for the race, their tradition when they get home is to go home and watch the Indianapolis 500, and I'm sure people will be trying to figure out how to bounce between a Pacers game, which we hope is a win, and the Indianapolis 500 here locally. So really excited about that. It's going to be a fun time over the course of the next few days, but for the first time since 2016, we have a grandstand sellout. We will continue to sell GA tickets. So those are still on sale. For a lot of those folks that buy a GA ticket are folks that come to the Snake Pit, a lot of our younger generation that buy their tickets here over the course of the next week. So we'll continue to sell GA tickets. But we do anticipate very, very nearly 350,000 people here on race day. We will be the second largest city in the state of Indiana inside the racetrack on May 25th. We are really excited about that. But I think Mark has an interesting perspective. We were talking about sort of the journey we've had over the last 5 years to get here, and maybe even a little further than that. Mark, if you want to talk about that journey and how we got here today.
Happily, thanks, Doug. But first, I want to thank you. Your work and your team's work, it isn't easy, right? If you live here, you know, it's sort of carpet bombing marketing for the whole year, especially the 100 days. And your leadership and your tireless effort is a big reason that we can go from half of it being sold in the renewal period to that second half. And that's why we're here today, in part. But when I think about the journey, I first go back in my mind to 2016 and the 100th running, where we thought it was a great opportunity to kind of reset and create great momentum for the Indy 500. At that point in time, we asked Allison Millington to come in and to join the team and to help turn us into being better at reaching out to the whole community, whether it's the Arts Council or the Humanities Council or the airport. You can't not find us. Everybody is invited to be involved. And that in some ways, in my mind at least, really goes back to what we were trying to do in resetting in 2016. And then our goal, we probably said this to many of you, if we could just keep half of the big lift that we got from 2015 to 2016, that would mean we've got momentum. And we actually did more than that. So that strategy was effective at that point in time. Since then, the obvious next thing that's had such great impact for all of us was Roger Penske's acquisition of the company in this place. It's amazing, right? He bought it, closed in January of 2020. This will be his 6th 500 under his stewardship. And bang, COVID hits. So we moved to August, and we can't have anybody here except the people necessary to put on the race. And so that kind of was another kind of reset. We wondered about whether we could get momentum after that again. And Roger saw it as an opportunity. So another $60 million of investments you've all heard and written a lot about that we couldn't have gotten done in a short period of time if it weren't for the fact that COVID gave us the opening to do that. And that put us in great shape. And it's, I think then, about the fans who saw that investment, who have seen the improvements to the place, and who realize how much we all care about it and how much Roger Penske cares about it. So I wasn't sure that that would be totally apparent to fans, even if you can't find Rust much anymore. But it was and is, and I think was a big contributor to where we are today. And then lastly, Fox. Last but not least, Fox. Everybody understands that they've become a tremendous partner, a valued partner. Their promotion of IndyCar and of this 500 has been sensational. What they're doing to make the show itself tremendous is unbelievable. More than double the people out there who will produce this great race at a whole nother standard, I think, a whole nother level, and for additional Fox platforms. And that's not going to stop. This isn't even half of year one, and the relationship will deepen, and their commitment will be stronger, and it will continue through the rest of this IndyCar season. And then we'll look together at how we can make the Indy 500 sold out again, hopefully, and even more nationally prominent. So those are my reflections after those years.
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say before we open it up to any questions, this really is about the fans. This event has been here for 108 runnings up to this point, 109th coming up, because of the way the fans have embraced it. It is a race, but it's so much more than that. It's an event, and I love hearing the stories from our fans about what this race means to them, to their families, the generations of their families that come over the last few years, and especially this past weekend, if you were here for our Sancio Grand Prix, the number of kids who now come to the facility and the number of parents who are so excited to bring those kids and introduce that next generation to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is what's going to continue to grow this place and these events for generations to come. And it really is about the fans, and they are the ones that have allowed us to have this announcement today. So 232,000 grandstand seats will be completely sold out here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. About 20,000 suite tickets on top of that sold out, so that gets you to over 250,000 people before you start thinking about everybody in the infield, the 12,000 employees that it takes to put on the Indianapolis 500, the 2,000 people that are related to the IndyCar Series, the 800 people from Fox that it takes to put on this race. You can see how we quickly get to that 350,000 number here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on May 25th, and we cannot wait to host the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gainbridge right here in the racing capital of the world in just 9 days.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us this morning. These first couple questions probably fine for either or both of you to answer. Starting off, how did you guys ultimately come to the decision on lifting the local broadcast race delay? I know in recent years, say in 2016, the entire place was sold out. We've had weather delays last year. We've had the delay being lifted with the pandemic, but this year being unique with not the entire venue being sold out, but the grandstands. How did you guys come to this?
I think as we started looking, I mean, we've had conversations for 6 or 8 weeks probably where I was telling you that I really believed that we would get to a grandstand sellout. So we started having conversations about, okay, we get to a grandstand sellout. The next question we always get is, what are we going to do with the delay? So I think as a team to internally think that through, I mean, this community supports the Indianapolis Motor Speedway 365 days a year, and they certainly support it in the month of May. And while our process is not any different, we want to look at both where are we on GA ticket sales, where are we on our grandstand sales before we make that decision. I think we all felt, from Roger on down and Mark, that this is a way for us to say thank you to the folks here in Central Indiana. The porches, the energy level, all of the things that make the Indianapolis 500 so special are about the people that are here, but it's also about the people in this community who either can't come or don't want to come because they've got other family commitments, but they still support the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So for this year, we really believed that this is the right decision to make, especially since we knew that we were going to sell out the grandstand seats so early. So that's really the way it was. And we'll continue to use the same process in the future, which is look at both. So this is a decision that we'll make on an annual basis, but for this year we believe this was the right direction.
You kind of touched on what I was going to ask, but to go off of that, should we anticipate that a grandstand sellout in the future will lead to lifts of the blackout, or?
No, I think, like I said, I think our process will be the same. We're going to look at both, and we'll make sort of an independent decision on where we are with that. So this does not mean that we will always have the lift of the delay in this market. What this does mean is we really appreciate all the support that we've gotten from the community, and we wanted to make sure that we said thank you to the community for getting us to that place. So this is something that we'll continue to get that favorite question of, will you lift a delay, and we'll see where it goes. But hopefully people understand that we really appreciate you all in this community, and that's the reason for lifting it this year.
And my last question, as we've seen these consistent increases in ticket sales that you guys have had outside the pandemic years, of course, in the last probably 5 or 6 years, why do you guys still feel it is important to at least have the blackout of this race on the table?
So it's a great question, and it's one we answer quite a bit. The difference between the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Lucas Oil Field, pick any NFL stadium, any basketball arena, we are 300,000 people that it takes to make this work. It's really hard oftentimes to get to 300,000 people, and you think about just the effort that goes into that. It's not an inexpensive opportunity for us to get there. So for us, getting to a certain number to know that we are in good shape in terms of this event moving forward is something that we continue to look at. So we hear it all the time. Like I said, it is the question that we get probably more than any, and we'll continue to look at it. But it is important for us that we continue to take it year by year and case by case as we go forward. The other thing too is I think for us going forward, for those fans that are coming, that renewal period is so important to us. To me, this is just a reminder to the folks that buy tickets and renew tickets that if you want to be in venue here for the Indianapolis 500, it's even more important now that you get those tickets early when we open up for those 500 hours post-checkered flag for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500 next year.
Maybe just to add a very simple thought that I think you're very aware of, but it's also one day. So if you think about leagues, you think about the other major sports events. I think they're in a different situation than the 300,000 plus and on a single day.
Of the few tickets that are remaining, are they basically scattered all over the track, or are they in specific areas?
So the largest bulk of our tickets that are remaining are in the north end of the racetrack, which is in between turns 3 and 4. So those are the ones that are left. We do have a handful of single tickets throughout where you might have a single ticket. We have a very, very few number of tickets that are what we would call obstructed views. So something is in the way there. And then a handful of ADA tickets remaining. But the bulk of them are right in between turns 3 and 4 in the North Chute.
And if you had your promoter's hat on that, there's usually a lot of action.
Well, the pass for last year's win at the Indianapolis 500 happened right in front of those seats, and there's been a lot of activity. You can think of a Emerson Fittipaldi, Al Jr. moment back there. I mean, that is one of the most exciting turns on the racetrack, and certainly a lot of folks who saw Pato O'Ward coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch had no idea who the winner was going to be, and those folks in turn 3 in the North Chute knew who was going to win because they saw the pass right in front of them.
And also the satisfaction level in the last sellout was celebrating a huge momentous milestone, 100th.
Lost our connection there coming from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
And now it's back. Take a listen to Doug Bowles. Or not.
The series and the race have pretty much done it on their own.
All right.
So I can tell you that for the two of us, 2016 was an amazing moment. But ever since then, the two of us have talked about we have to get back to a grandstand sellout. We have to do it in a year that you don't have the momentum of the 100th running, and it says an awful lot, frankly. I already thank the fans because it starts with them. But secondly, it says an awful lot about what the NTT IndyCar Series is today. I would wager that part of the reason people can't wait to come back is because there's a big group of people that want to see a really emotional kid by the name of Pato O'Ward pick up a win. The way he connected to our fans finishing second last year, pretty important. You got a lot of people that know they could see a historic third in a row win with Joseph Newgarden, or a fifth win with Helio Castroneves. Scott Dixon, who's unbelievable as a race car driver, led more laps than anybody here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. How eluded him. There's so many great stories in our paddock right now in terms of the drivers. Alex Palou, can anybody stop Alex Palou? Alex Palou may be the greatest race car driver on earth. We have a lot of people that talk about the competition in the IndyCar Series, and the one thing that we forget to talk about is there is nobody really better than Alex Palou. And for our drivers in our series, trying to figure out how to beat one of the best guys, maybe the best driver on earth, we're pretty excited to have him in our series. So there's all kinds of stories and reasons, I think, that the Indianapolis 500, and frankly, the NTT IndyCar Series is going in the right direction.
Time for one or two more, Wolfgang. Yep. Go ahead, Wolfgang.
Yeah, only one question.
That's not right. Come on, Wolfgang.
Well, I have a tradition question for you. I apologize in case you will be shocked, but I see it also from a European point of view. This year we have 34 cars or 34 drivers. In other words, after qualifying, there's one unlucky guy who has to be spectator or can go home. Is there not realistically a possibility to make an exception from the tradition and let everybody race like F1 did in the early 80s when we had turbocharged engine coming on the scene?
Yeah, that's a terrible question, Wolfgang.
It's a simple answer. No.
No, there's not. You're right. In 1978, I think maybe we had a pop-off valve challenge. We did have a challenge at the beginning of the Indy Racing League where we started 35 cars. This race is about the fastest 33 drivers. And while somebody will go home and it will be massively painful for them, it is what makes it special when you make the Indianapolis 500. We've seen people like James Hinchcliffe go home. Fernando Alonso went home. It is part of what makes the race special. So it will be 33 drivers that start the Indianapolis 500.
There was a break in the tradition early 60s. Jim Clark and Lotus came up. Front engine went to the rear, right?
Yes.
So there was a change in the tradition.
Yeah, well, we're not changing that one, at least not while I'm here.
Tony, and the wrap up.
A couple quick ones, and congratulations on all this. This is great for everybody. I know as a sports town, Pacers and Racers, we all embrace it. How much did the Pacers and finding out that they were playing on Sunday night have to do with this?
I'm not sure. We've had a very steady, consistent, and positive sales trend going on for a long time. So would it affect the GA tickets or places still available, perhaps. But listen, we're just delighted by their success. My wife this morning woke me up and said, well, I might have been already awake. She said, think we can get the Pacers to go around the track before? I don't think the coach would like that. But no, it's just great for Indianapolis. It's a great sports town, and I think to have these two events at the same time is fantastic.
I'll take it one step further. It really didn't have any impact at all. Mark's exactly right. We loved sharing the month of May with the Indiana Pacers, and we hope that we have to sit and watch them in June while we're racing in Detroit and Road America and some other places.
Yeah.
Is there a cap for GA tickets? Do you guys cap that at all, or what's the level on, or the max on that?
Well, Allison Melanchthon is sitting in the back. Mark and I would not cap GA tickets, but Allison will cap us at some point, so we will see where that goes.
And then quickly, that process, I mean, obviously radio, the blackout, that kind of, with their sales, what was that conversation like as far as going to your radio partners and saying this is what we are doing? I'm sure you did the same similar thing back in 2016.
So our radio partner has really known since 2016 that this is a possibility when we sell out. Not to take anything away from TV, because I love TV, but there is something special about the radio broadcast that you can't replicate. It has been for years, and I know the bulk of our fans that sit in the grandstands will do what they always do, put their headphones on and listen to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway IndyCar Radio Network. They do it at every race. They certainly do it here. There's something about the specialness of listening to the Indy 500 on radio, and I know that a lot of folks may have the TV on at their house if they're not here, but they'll definitely have the radio on as well.
Thanks, guys.
Nathan, last question.
Doug and Mark, on this jam-packed day that you guys will have, will President Donald Trump be in attendance for this year's Indy 500?
Questions about the president's schedule should be addressed to the White House.
Do you know whether or not he will be here?
Same answer.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else?
You got time for a couple more? Go. Yeah, we'll get Madeline. There you go.
Doug and Mark, you guys can both touch on this. We've had subpar TV numbers this year so far. How important is it to get that big rating for the 500, but also carry that ratings momentum through Detroit, Road America, and Gateway?
I'll answer, and then I'll let Mark answer from a bigger standpoint. Obviously, I've been in this new job since, I think, February 10th or 11th. I would not call our television subpar. Frankly, I would call it pretty outstanding. The amount of promotion that we're getting with our partners at Fox, the fact that we're 15% up instead of 15% down across the year. Have we had a couple of challenges because where the schedule landed? 100%. But if we believe that the Fox effort and the Fox TV is subpar, then we're completely off base. And we believe that the Indianapolis 500 will grow. What we really believe is the long-term relationship with Fox is going to create a trajectory for us and for our partners. You've seen the investment they continue to make, and they will continue to make after this race, that it's going to grow the Indianapolis 500. And to take one or two races and decide that the sky is falling, I think is a huge mistake.
Yep. One more.
We talked this morning, and obviously this race means so much to this community, but what does lifting the blackout do to try and help grow the sport of IndyCar itself for those who can't make the race?
I think part of the answer to that is the superb job that Fox will do for those fans who stay home or can't get tickets and watch on television. They're going to, the way they present this race and this show, and in doing so, the series is just phenomenal. And they are definitely pulling out all the stops for the Indy 500. So I think it's a great platform, not just for local folks, people who live here, but for what I think is going to be a big television number all across the country.
Yeah, Colin, anecdotally, I can tell you that I hear a lot now from customers who've come for 50, 60 years and are older, and it's a challenge for them to get here. We have a lot of really long-term fans that this is a great thing for them. And I think this is an argument I think we have all the time. There's a group of people that say the blackout hurts the potential to get new customers, and then there's the group of people, I probably fall on the other side here, where it's important to protecting the brand to make sure that we have the number of people in venue we need to have. But if there's an opportunity on Fox 59 locally for people to watch the race who may watch it and go, you know what, that looks really cool. I've never really seen it live like that, and I want to go. So we'll see what that does. But I think it's a net positive for the community, especially for this year. With that, thank you, everybody. Again, thank you to the fans. Thank you to the amazing staff at the NTT IndyCar Series and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for just the effort that they put in 7 days a week, 365 days a year to make this the most special race on earth and continue to grow the NTT IndyCar Series. So from here on out, let's go watch some really fast cars run today, and hopefully we'll have a really exciting qualifying weekend, and we'll get ourselves ready for the field for the running of the Indianapolis 500 next Sunday. Thanks, everybody.
Doug Boles and Mark Miles. Why do I feel like I need to start clapping right now? I'm sorry.
Exciting news.
The greatest spectacle in racing will be live as it's happening right here on Fox 59. You just heard it.
Yeah, sold out race for the 109th running of the Indy 500. Doug mentioning 232,000 grandstand seats sold, 20,000 suite seats, 12,000 employees, and of course the 800 employees of the Fox network who will be producing an incredible show.
General admission, not sold out. They're going to decide when that is, but he's saying that's where you get to that number of about 350,000 people in Speedway, inside IMS on race day. Taking a look there, the racing capital of the world.
What he did mention, which was interesting, that there are still a bulk number of tickets still available in turns 3 and 4. So if you're still interested in going to the race and experiencing it from the turn 3 and 4 area, which you'll be out in the sun, but it's also a cool view to see the cars going around the tracks before they head down the straightaway.
Yes, sellout is imminent for those, so there's a few left. And I don't know if Eric Graves wants to jump in here. He is a huge fan of the Indianapolis 500. I'm assuming that he is smiling from ear to ear as well.
He was in a two-seater about an hour ago, so how was that ride, first of all?
The two-seater ride was very good. I mean, you know, when you show up here thinking you're going to do a fun story about zipping around this track, and then you get this news this morning, we obviously start thinking about what else could they talk about here on Fast Friday morning when they have an event update about what's going on here. The buzz was in the air. It's certainly been a different kind of feeling around here this morning. This is something that we've only gotten once before in 2016 when it was the 100th running, and this is the 109th. There's not that special buzz about the 100th running this year. This is what they have worked for here at IMS and building up this fan base and these crowds for quite some time. When I talked to Doug Boles, Michael Kaltenmark here about what they're doing to try and sell tickets, 350,000 people is a significant amount. Like you said, it's not a complete sellout yet because there are still maybe 999, who knows, less than 4 digits of tickets left right now. So just a few tickets here and there, like Doug said there, across the track. But this is going to be a full crowd on May 25th, and it is going to be something incredible. We're going to hear from Doug Boles in just a little bit, one-on-one, talking with him about what this has all meant. But people should think back. If you went to 2016, think about how that was. Think about how this is going to be on May 25th. It is going to be quite the scene. 350,000 people, and it really could be more than that because there are still more GA tickets out there in the infield to go. That's where I'm going to be on race day. I've been on turn 4 in the GA infield for the past 4 years now, so that's where I like to enjoy the race from. That's where me and my friends go for it, so it's going to be a madhouse in there as well. And that number can keep on going up as this excitement happens for people that might not have bought their tickets yet and want to go. They might be first-timers in the infield this year. It is going to be really an incredible day there with so much happening. And we've been telling you stories about the anticipation behind this, what they're doing with the flyover, the military. We've got a great story coming next week about the military members locally, National Guard, that are involved in these ceremonies before the race. Like Daniel and Angela mentioned before this, I was in a two-seater today. We're going to have that story coming for you too. And it's not undersold here the value that Fox has had in promoting this race. We've seen the spots during the Super Bowl, the biggest event really in American sports, and there were multiple IndyCar commercials on that. When you talk to Doug Boles about this, he credits that directly for the ability of selling this race out on a year where they had been building toward it. We talk about last year. They talked multiple times about how they felt like a sellout was going to happen last year, but then that forecast for race day started popping up, and it came them just short of it. But we are hoping to get Doug Boles here in just a little bit. We'll come to you that when we have him, but I'll send it back to you guys at the desk for now.
All right, Eric Graves live for us this morning. Angie mentioned about how Fox is going to do this differently.
Yeah, absolutely, and you see it already in hearing Eric talking about that. Regardless if you don't know how much more you're going to like it, it's going to be different.
Absolutely.
And the work they've been putting in. Now, I picked up on something that Mark Miles said when his wife woke him up this morning. If you could get the Pacers, those players to come around the track ahead,
how cool that would
how
be.
fun would that be?
We also asked fan favorite and former driver, 2013 Indy 500 champ, Tony Kanaan, about what it would mean for the race to air live on Fox 59.
He shared this story with our Hannah Fullman. Check it out.
I think everybody deserves to watch this race. And one of my best friends, Helio Castroneves, is going for the 5th this time. He was doing the 500 in 2001. I wasn't. My first one was in 2002. I came here to watch him. Typical Brazilian, uneducated, how the blackout worked. Left the track with 30 laps to go. Said, I'm going to watch the end because I want to beat traffic. Got to my hotel and couldn't find the race because I had no idea. We had a blackout. So Fox, please, let people at home watch it and enjoy it. I'll be here, but you know, it'll be awesome if they do.
All right, Tony Kanaan there, former driver, IndyCar, and IMS President Doug Boles says this is a way to say thank you to the fans.
Yes, and Eric Graves now has him one-on-one, I believe. Eric, let's hear what, you know, the great questions you're going to ask him.
Hey, IMS President, IndyCar President, Doug Boles here. Doug, an exciting day today. We talk about the 2016, that first sellout. Doing it in a year that doesn't have the pageantry of the 100th, is there something special with that?
Absolutely something special with that. You know, we did it on the 100th, and then something we've always wanted to do, get to the point where we sell out those grandstand seats in a non-celebratory year like the 100th running. And I think that just really goes to say thank you to the fans. This community has embraced us so much. They continue to support us by buying tickets, the way they celebrate their front porches, and then the team's done an amazing job just continuing to get out there. And the NTT IndyCar Series drivers have done an amazing job here in the Indy 500 the last few years, so I think that's part of it as well.
When you think about 2016 and that sellout, I know there was all the pomp and circumstance that year, but what makes this place different when it is sold out and you do hit that 350,000 mark?
Well, you know, just the energy level of that many people in one location is pretty special. And when you see the grandstands full, I think there's just something really special about that 232,000 seats completely full with people, and then however many people that we end up in the infield, because we're going to continue to sell GA tickets for those folks that want those.
Pato O'Ward had a really interesting letter last night talking about seeing the fans for the first time, for the drivers, when they go around in a sold-out arena like this really is. What's that like for them?
I think for them, they forget, especially drivers that have been around for a long time. So we do these practice days where you have 15 or 20,000 people here. We'll get close to 100,000 here for Carb Day. But it isn't until race day when they roll around the track and they see people everywhere. Spectator mounts, grandstand seats. I hear from drivers all the time that they go, oh my gosh, I forgot what it's like to look around, and they have to quickly just get focused on the fact that they have 500 miles to race and not on just the sheer number of people that are here. So it's a pretty special moment for them.
You talked briefly about what Fox has done. You know, we talk about the Super Bowl spots. How has it been different this year in terms of what people are seeing on TV leading up to this race?
I think the fact that Fox has really invested in building brands for us, so our drivers, investing in Joseph, investing in Pato and Alex, some of our best drivers, and really trying to invest in the pomp and circumstance and the event that is the Indy 500. Not just saying, hey, the Indy 500 is on the network, but here are the reasons you should watch it and try and create that excitement. That's been really huge for us.
And we still have some GA tickets left. I just talked on air that the GA Turn 4 is where I always sit every year. Still plenty of room out there. How many tickets can you sell in GA?
Yeah, we can sell a few thousand more tickets in GA, so that's still there. A lot of people, especially Snake Pit customers, buy later, and we're probably under 1,000 grandstand seats that'll sell out here probably in the next day or so, so that's why we decided today to announce that the grandstands will be sold out.
You know, every race day morning I'm live in the Snake Pit. You think this is going to be the biggest Snake Pit we've ever seen as well?
I think our Snake Pit's going to be, well, actually not the biggest ever. We got to a point where we were about 30,000 there, and we decided that's probably not safe, so we've kind of drawn that back, but you're still going to be well over 20,000 young adults listening to music and having a good time. You've seen it. It's certainly one of those things. I've only seen it once in person in my life, and that's plenty for me.
Is there a moment where you guys celebrate a sellout here, or is it just all work?
No, it's all work now going forward. We got the staff together this morning. We thanked everybody, got excited. We'll do some fun stuff. We'll get some T-shirts and some other things that we'll do with the staff really to thank them. But I think we all wanted to do this. So for all of us, this is a celebrating moment, and it really makes going over the next 9 days. We'll have a lot of momentum and be excited. It just changes the way we approach things with a big smile on our face.
Big smile. Doug Boles, thank you very much. Great talking to you. A sellout here at IMS is impending, and that race will be live on Fox 59. How about that, guys?
I think it's awesome, and the fact that Doug Boles has been in the Snake Pit and it says that's enough for him is pretty cool. But another interesting part of this, Eric, is the fact that, you know, a lot of people make it a tradition to go to the race, but there are those who continue to listen to the race on the radio.
I talk to people here every year at qualifying and at practice who tell me it's their tradition to stay home during the race. They might live here in Speedway and they love to listen to it on the radio and hear the sounds from their front porch. But that's what they've been doing for 40, 50 years. I guarantee you, even with the race live, there are still going to be people that keep it on the TV but have the radio on as well. It's going to be a level of experience we just really haven't seen here since 2016 when it was the 100th running. But it is going to be special for a lot of people out there who maybe have gone for 50, 60 years, don't have the capability to go anymore, and get to watch it from home now on TV right here on Fox 59. And of course, we'll be live here at the Speedway every single day leading up to the race and hours before on race day morning, having a lot of fun out here. So make sure to keep on watching.
Eric Graves, thank you so much. Always a joy to watch you. Somebody, not from here, but's really embraced it and had so much fun. And I've been here, for 54 years, and I'm one of those ones that will be listening to it on the radio.
Tradition for you and
radio,
your family,
but
sure.
we'll watch it on the TV and have the radio on.
How cool will that be? And now we know the race will be, in fact, airing live right here on Fox 59.
Our team, of course, will be on the ground at IMS for the entire day, all over the place. Fox 59 at the 500, live from IMS and Speedway from 5 a.m. until 10 a.m. on race day. Then Fox Sports picks up the coverage with its pre-race show. That will begin now at 10 a.m. The 109th running of the Indy 500, live with that green flag waving, 12:45. Then after you get back from the track, you'll be able to watch the replay right here at 7. And then, Daniel, watch the Pacers.
Yeah, the Pacers too. Here's a sneak peek of what you can expect to see right here on Fox 59 race day morning.
Fox 59 is your new official home of the Indianapolis 500.
For one day every year, the eyes of the world are on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Race day starts with our pre-race show, Fox 59 at the 500.
Wake up with us and get your day started with Fox 59.
Then stay with us all day for the biggest race in the world.
Our team will be everywhere.
We'll be all across the track and in the neighborhoods of Speedway.
From the booming of the cannon
to the sights and sounds of pit lane.
Race fans are coming back home again.
And they get to experience the magic of May.
History, tradition, and a need for speed.
It all goes down at the Brickyard.
200 laps, 500 miles in this iconic place.
And when the checkered flag waves, one driver's life will change forever. Join us May 25th, starting at 5 a.m. for the biggest race day coverage.
We'll be live right here in the racing capital of the world.
Oh, the chills of race day.
I love it.
Incredible. And drinking of that milk.
Yeah, we'll see it all right here. And that more coming up on race day morning, May 25th, again on Fox 59.
And thank you for joining us for this special announcement from IMS coming up tonight. Join Fox 59 team for live coverage of your hometown Speedway, and we're tracking storms as well.
Yeah, we want to make sure you know about that because that's a big deal. We have team coverage from Fast Friday, practice from noon until 6, and again, weather, we'll watch it. Qualifications all weekend long when the grid of 33 will be set for the 109th Indy 500.
Now we send you back to your regular programming.